Good morning, good afternoon, good evening. Welcome on into Zelda Speedruns 2. We've got the second game of this quarterfinal matchup in the 2019 Link to the Past Randomized Challenge Cup between Dracarys and ScrubCasual. And if you hear those two names, you might think Dracarys is up one game to nothing. No, ScrubCasual won game one in a very, very closely executed race that just came down to a gamble that did not pay off for Dracarys. My name is Westside Vandal. With me is Proa007.
Good evening, everybody. Yes, Karis, the 2 seed, dropped game 1 to the 55 seed, ScrubCasual. So, what will happen tonight?
Well, it's going to be a map compass shuffle. Big 20 in Link's house. Uh-oh. And Scrub got hit a button, but we'll deal with that later. Anyway, save and quit the sanctuary, and that's 10 arrows. Meanwhile, ScrubCasual gonna be checking the bomb pole here.
With map compass shuffle, that means maps compasses from the dungeon now out in the open world and are part of the regular item pool, which put a higher emphasis on dungeons, because instead of, for example, each palace has 3 items, it can have as many as 5 because the map with compass is long guaranteed instead done.
Blue mail off of Uncle there for ScrubCasual, and yeah, that's all entirely correct. It adds 2 items to each dungeon item pool, with the exception of Hyrule Castle, where it adds 1 because Hyrule Castle does not have a compass. And I think part of this is, whoa, what was that on Lumberjack?
That was a map.
Okay. Anyway, I think part of the reason why Dracarys chose this mode was because of the gamble that led to his defeat in game 1. He left flippers in, admittedly at the time, a dark room locked vanilla big key chest in Eastern, and he last locationed that, which allowed Scrub to kind of take a bit of a lead there that he just never quite gave back up.
A lot of those little things, what you kind of leave in the back of your mind, and we got literacy in the Thieves Cave. That's thing. So early desert play possible, and our runners not know what is a crystal and or a pendant right now. So everything is equal at this point of their logic. Looks like Dracarys is actually going to make an early paranoia check.
I mean, can't really blame him. Down 1 game to nothing, tournament life on the line. Might as well have all the information you can. Just 3 bombs, though.
So, while that takes that out of the equation, again, with everything equal at this stage, we don't know exactly what we're going to get as far as what is and what isn't going to be crucial as far as dungeons are concerned. We don't know, and pendants are just as likely to have something good as a crystal.
Dracarys with also a nice little bit of optimization, walking back down through the Lost Woods here to get to the Kakariko Well. Gets here a little bit quicker than Scrub gets to Blind's basement. Bombos in Cakwell.
Get 2 chat. We're gonna get
Flute in Cakwell.
Ooh.
Lamp in Cakwell.
Not a lot in Blind's hut so far. Yeah, Blind's hut coming up empty. It's the well that's got all the good stuff today.
Yeah, good gracious.
So
well, what do we have here? I'm sorry, I couldn't help myself.
Well, that's alright. So with that in place, so now we're looking at some interesting choices for our runners. Parts of Death Mountain are now in Logic. You know, how do they want to make an early desert run? If they can optimize that pretty well and maybe do a complete southern loop while they're at it. So choices, choices, choices.
And we had some early divergence in game 1 as well. So it'll be interesting to see if we see that same sort of divergence again here in game 2. Just a minor life lesson from the bottle vendor today.
Yeah. A better ROI than you normally get at these circumstances, but all rise for the Swag Duck anthem.
Synchronized pretty much too, even. Gracious.
Almost. So it'll be a little while yet until they use that flute for the first time. Still some CAC checks to do.
Map of Misery Mire, so we'll know that information once we get back there. Oh, okay. Scrub.
Whoops. Now, the good news is he has 50 rupees, so he can pay, but, yeah.
That's still a little bit of time loss, and when you're facing somebody like Dracarys, that's time every second counts. And it also just kind of, as Lumaga just said in chat, does not feel good. And just kind of starts coloring your interactions with the game for a bit.
It might. With a scene like this, you kind of get the feeling early on this is going to be a jet seed too, with flute already in your inventory. That means there's going to be a lot of jetting around.
Ooh. Our restreamer pointing out something we might have missed. Library Ledge could have contained the Cane of Samaria, so I'm going to keep a close eye on ScrubCasual here as he goes down there. Or okay, he's just equipping the flute. I was like, or not.
Meanwhile, Dracarys is going to Death Mountain at the third save point,
and that is the red boomerang.
Yeah, right color, wrong shape. So, Boot's not in play right now.
Yep. To be fair, sword from the old man. To be fair, with the amount of time Dracarys spent in that room, I can totally see mistaking the boomerang for the red cane if you're not as good at that sort of check as Dracarys is. Because I probably would have done the same thing.
So the old man gave him a sword, so that is a nice little piece of offense to have.
Alright, green pendant is Tower of Hera. And again, we're kind of seeing some interesting early divergence here because Dracarys went and got, the sword from the old man and is doing South Shore, whereas ScrubCasual has now gone directly to Saha and is going to actually bypass Eastern for now. Looks like he's going to join Dracarys in South Shore. So, never mind what I just said about divergence.
Well, they've come together, but their prior choices, like, this is going to be a much easier round for Dracarys, so he has sword. I mean, ScrubCasual can do it with bombs, but it's not going to be quite as quick or as clean, probably.
I don't know, he had a pretty clean mini Moldorm in game 1. Then again, Moon Pearl, speaking of mini Moldorm, and Ice Rod.
So there goes that end game.
Well, I mean, with it being Spear 0, I'm going to go out on a very, very sturdy limb and say Turtle Rock's probably going to be a pendant.
It would, wouldn't it?
Yep.
It's practically the law or something.
All right, so there's the explosion.
Double there.
Nice. Oh, that last one with the jukes.
Yep.
Not for long,
Yes. Ice Rod Cave is holding 10 arrows. Got an abundance of maps and compasses so far. I haven't really been keeping track, but it's been at least 3 of each, it feels like.
Yeah. Doesn't feel like we found any for Light World dungeons, though, because we haven't really seen a map checked, so...
Yeah.
Dracarys gonna fake flipper here.
Scrub is going to desert.
Interesting play. We can check Waterfall Ferry here and see what's on Zora Ledge, but we are very, very short of the 500 rupees needed to pay the King of Scams.
Yeah, unless there's a double 300 here, yeah, he's gonna have to wait.
Piece of heart. And a bottle with a B in it. There we go.
Well, that's not terrible. I mean, that does put Sick Kid into play.
Oh, gonna use the water walk here to go check Hobo as well.
Yeah, Scrub didn't get anything out of Agina. Could have loot his way out of there. Interesting. Now he's gonna go to Death Mountain and get care of the old man.
He may not have wanted to go into desert without a sword, which he is about to receive from the old man. We just took the hobo's lunch money, which that just seems rude.
Well, he's living under a bridge. I mean, I think that's a life choice.
Fair call. All right, with that sword in hand, Dracarys is actually going to go check out Escape here.
Good idea. Get his blue mail, and he'll probably do the rest of it while he's at it.
Mm-hmm. All right, there's ScrubCasual receiving his sword from the old man, and he's going to keep going up Death Mountain here. Going to check out Spectacle Rock. Well, as long as he doesn't get death cabbaged.
Does indeed survive.
Oh, you were saying? Almost?
Yeah. Yeah, there's something. I'll just be quiet now.
And ScrubCasual suddenly wishes he had that mirror so he could grab that blue goo there. But he's also going to want that hammer. That hammer there.
Oh, nice.
And good gracious! All right.
Now we're getting somewhere. Let's see what Escape offers.
We are just a glove away from Dark World access now with the finding of that hammer. And again, we are just a cape or a sword upgrade away from Agam 1 being in play, so... Yeah, that's a fairly ugly hammer location. Again, chat pointing out. If Hookshot isn't here in Escape, that's gonna be a last location hammer for Dracarys probably. Hookshot, or I would say Mir, because Dracarys also has not checked, does not have the information we and Scrub have about Tower of Hera being a green pendant. And ScrubCasual, meanwhile, entering his Escape for himself. There's a whole mess of rupees.
So we might probably gonna get a death warp here just to continue on with this. So
Absolutely.
Yep. Yeah.
Gonna have to be careful not to take too much damage, though. Oh, well.
Oh,
kills the green guard, not gonna be able to death warp. Blue rupee. Oh, wait, bombs. Duh. Bombs exist.
Bomb.
Sorry.
Well. Alright, so that's that. So on the back of Escape and Dark Cross See if there's a key there, or if they're gonna have to wait for the glove to show up.
Yep. Okay, Scrub, meanwhile. A little bit, unfortunate there. They picked up some hearts on accident and refilled his health, so he has to do a bit more damage to himself than normal. Does the death warp. He unfortunately is going to find, as Dracarys just did, that there is nothing in Dark Cross, and also Dracarys is heading up to Spectacle Rock, so Dracarys is about to receive his hammer.
Yeah. The number of choices they have at this point are starting to become quite limited. After this, yeah, it's down to 2 dungeons, essentially, Eastern or Desert, and Desert comes with severe potential limitations.
Mm-hmm.
If they get lucky, they can get most of the dungeons done up to the front, but won't be able to finish. So, but it does seem like the logic would be pointing them in that direction. They got the book in Lost Woods, so kind of like a hint.
Yep. So we'll see what our runners decide to do. Another chance for some divergence here. ScrubCasual is heading to 8. Oh, didn't get the ice rod and those assorted checks earlier, so he's doing those.
Right. Looks like Dracarys is check a sick kid.
And that is just a little piece of love.
Yeah, kid's broken heart. Dracarys now going to Desert.
The wounds of Eastern Palace from Game 1 run deep.
And ScrubCasual also going to Deserts. We got a near sink here.
Where was that first bottle at?
It was in Waterfall Cave.
Oh yeah, okay. ScrubCasual didn't fake flipper. Yeah.
Right. Okay, so can do most of the checks if the seed breaks right as far as the items are concerned. Well, there's the bottle. Or ScrubCasual.
Yep.
Fortunately, that is it.
Yep. Unless we want to steal a key here.
Can't.
Oh yeah, good point.
Key. So Dracarys is going to do a Gina. ScrubCasual is probably on his way to Eastern at this point.
Yep. About the only real thing we have left to do, honestly.
Yeah.
I mean, it's 4 checks you can do right now versus 1.
Right.
And of course, as I say, sick kid. Yep.
Yeah. Get that out of the way. Then it's turn. It's hard to believe that they don't have they haven't each gotten 4 pieces. Okay, well, Dracarys has, but it's like feels like they've gotten more pieces apart than they ended up getting.
Yeah. Alright, so both runners flute to 5 and are heading to Eastern. ScrubCasual just ever so slightly ahead here.
Yeah. And in terms of what they have collected, Dracarys probably ahead. But it really is of no major consequence, because the only major thing that Dracarys has that Scrub doesn't have a second bottle. Otherwise, instead Okay, and well, yeah, Dracarys has been into the back of Sarsaparilla, but well, in Dracarys' case, if he comes up with 53 rupees, what are the odds he ends up chancing Zora here?
I mean, it's entirely possible. There's our first shield, is the first item in the Eastern Palace. He could do that, but it would have to be basically. I would feel like it would have to be there is nothing in here and it's a last resort before you go to Waga 1. Because if you find literally any other breadcrumb, I think you kind of put it off for a little bit.
Yeah. So.
Like, if you find glove, obviously that's going to be, go to Dark World, do not pass go. If you find cape or second sword, you just go, oh, well, I guess Agatu's the play. If you find hookshot, you go check Death Mountain.
Right. So, well, there's $50 in chest number 2.
You find boots, you go back to desert,
Yeah. There are a lot of potential breadcrumbs here. So far, we're 0 for 2, and it looks like the way this is setting up, they're going to have to go the full route to get what they need.
I guess flippers, you go that direction. Yeah, sure.
Digidude in chat saying Mirror makes them go Hera. Yeah. There we go.
Yep. So far, we have found none of those things.
Yeah, we're down to the last item here. Take the scenic route to get to it.
I mean, yeah, like pretty much anything they would find here progression-wise is going to take them somewhere other than Zora's domain, apart from, like I said, the flippers, basically.
Right. Nobody actually checked Zora Ledge. That would be funny. Zora Ledge had the real end.
Yep. For some definitions of funny. Yeah, I wouldn't risk trying to do the clip with 3 hearts. You're a braver man than I am, Scrub.
Take a little while. We got 20 extra rupees out of this.
Yep. All right.
There it is.
And Das Boot. So we're back over to desert.
Man.
And bonk rocks and other stuff.
It looks like that's the first thing Scrub is going to do.
And we're just, it's going to come down to route divergence or who makes a mistake first here. Really. Because both runners in it, like, going to the same spots at the same time for at roughly the same time for the moment. A little piece of love on bonk rocks.
Yeah, so off to desert they go.
High five. Almost literally.
Yeah, almost. Okay, so we know Key was on the pedestal, so there's that. They're gonna run all over the place.
Yeah,
one of the next three.
Yeah. Sorry.
One of the next 3 chests will have something.
Yep. Yeah, Raskolnikov, who, by the way, is awaiting the winner of this series in the second semifinal matchup, points out Dracarys made up a lot of time in the Eastern Palace big key room simply because ScrubCasual had a bit of trouble clearing out the enemies to clear the switch because he didn't want to risk dying with just 3 hearts.
Right.
Which I cannot fault ScrubCasual for at all. It's better to take that room slow and actually clear it than try to be risky, die, and have to walk all the way back.
Right. And Dracarys had 4 hearts, Scrub had 3, so Dracarys could chance
a little bit of extra damage. Big key there.
Game continues. There's the glove. Dark World is finally in play.
Indeed.
They're not gonna leave well enough alone. They are gonna continue and can finish this if they so choose.
Yep. Interesting point here. Oop, never mind. Scrub realized. I was about to say, Scrub is making a conscious decision to skip the big key chest, or the big chest, but I think that was just more of a, oh wait, that is the thing that exists.
Right, we
but
don't...
he kind of wishes he can... Okay.
That's interesting.
Alright.
Think he got a little ahead of himself there. Might not be a crystal, but we've got a one in.
Well, the one we know of at the moment is Tower of Hera is a pendant.
Right, so it's a 22% chance of it being pendant.
Right. Okay. Well, back of escape being checked here, and that's a whole bunch of nothing.
Wow.
All right. So this is a potentially huge moment in this race here. The first turning point, as it were. Dracarys is making his way back to the Landmolus fight.
Dragon Strike made a good point. It has Ice Rod, so can actually give Landmolo a good fight. But get our first hype cave check, and God help us, let it be hype.
Yeah. Kind of has to be at this point.
Myers a crystal.
Okay, so that's good news for Scrub, because that way, we can loop this in with Mir, as chat was pointing out. There goes last bits of magic for Dracarys, so let's play some whack-a-mole.
Why not? Bombs.
More bombs. Bow!
Ooh, the bow.
And another bottle.
Alright, so about a 6 out of 10.
Alright. Dracarys, meanwhile, continuing the game of whack-a-mole here. And down goes Landmola. Just a map. Map of Hyrule Castle, but it is a crystal! So Dracarys draws first blood at 27 minutes and 20 seconds.
Yeah, ScrubCasual continuing, kind of going the mid section route, picks up $20 from Stumpy.
So Scrub definitely gonna be happy to see that later, or deduce that later. He'll be able to loop that in with the mirror for Misery Mire. Dragon Strike, who is awaiting one of a plethora of runners that still have a shot here in the finals, also correctly points out Scrub did not talk to the Bob vendor, which would have been more information. There's the Cane of Samaria.
Well, there we go. ScrubCasual's got some choices here as far as what he can do. He can finish Eastern if he so chooses. Again, we don't know what it is, but it's finishable.
He could theoretically go back to Desert, especially now that he has the bow and the Cane of Samaria, if he wants to do things that way. He's got Thieves Town. He's got, oddly enough, Palace of Darkness is full clearable.
Yep, and that looks like where he's going. I can see the logic.
I mean, this is 7 items due to the nature of Map Compass Shuffle.
Yeah.
Dracarys receiving his bow and his third bottle from Hype Cave there. ScrubCasual pays off Kiki. Kiki's going to open up the gate to Palace of Darkness here. And Dracarys
is gonna...
Yep. Gonna speak to the bomb vendor. Desert and Palace of Darkness. Okay, interesting.
Well, Dracarys is already halfway there, so that's going to inform his decision pretty strongly. So we're going to have a very early pyramid check.
Yes, indeed we are.
Wow. We usually see it like 30 minutes into 40 minutes into this, but here we are.
All right, so ScrubCasual is gonna be clearing the dungeon itself first, but he's gonna have a bit of catching up to do here, because he is eventually gonna need to go back over to Eastern, especially if something is on that big bomb.
Right.
Well, there's the mirror.
There's something.
Yeah. Pod dip, blind pod dip, already worth. I think Scrub was going over to do the that one chest, and then realized he didn't have a key to open the door, so he had to fall down here first.
Right. So he's gonna bypass that for the time being. Continue on the base run.
Yeah, this is kind of what I like to call an on-the-fly modify, where, well, that's not going to work, so I might as well do this. Because it's just kind of faster to come do these checks real quick first than it is to go all the way back around and do what the original plan was. Bugnet. We can now do Swaggin' M1. and Incoherent points out, and now we can just forget about that chest forever.
Right. Item.
If you're counting keys, which oh, he was just resetting the annoying things here.
Red jelly was in his way. So I'm not doing this.
All right, there we go.
Ooh,
nice
almost.
jukes, but almost too much of a juke.
He's everywhere. There's. I don't have enough to pay off Zora from this room alone.
Yep, and he's definitely trying to make sure he picks up enough to pay off Zora. With those swerves, that was a sank heart. Nice.
No, not quite. Not a sank heart.
Oh, it looked like it was refilling on my out of the corner of my eye. So, and then I saw you did have half heart there. My bad.
Yeah, that's all right. So big. So it's up nicely.
Indeed.
It does feel like a somewhat, I don't know if it's the right word, but it kind of a spoon-fed seed so far, where it is kind of like leading them in a particular direction.
Yep.
You have to wonder, okay, given all of that, what's going to be like the key item here? What's going to hold them back? What's the end game? Right now, looking at the board, Fire Rod and Hookshot could be particular challenges here.
Yeah, that was the first thing that immediately popped in my head when you started saying, you know, what the bottleneck could be here. First thing that immediately popped in my head was Hookshot.
Yeah.
But only Sahabot knows for right now. ScrubCasual gonna be heading back to Helmassar King here.
Six hearts is a little tight, but should be okay.
Yep, 6 hearts blue mail. Nice little refill there. All right. Nice mimic room. Definitely playing a little bit more cautious here, trying to reserve as much health as possible for the Helmasaur fight.
Yeah.
6 hearts blue male can't lose. Sure, math checks out. Okay. Dracarys not too far behind here. ScrubCasual deciding to get a little bit of use out of the ice rod.
Sure, why not? So we all know this is probably going to be a pendant turtle rock anyways, so mileage out of it while you still can.
Indeed. Whoop. Nice fairy drop for ScrubCasual there. I mean, functionally identical to a heart drop, but all right. And ScrubCasual through to Helma.
17 hammer strikes, and we'll be on our way. This is Scrub's first crystal of the match.
Helmasaur deciding to be a little bit rude with a fireball right off the bat. Really about the only dangerous move in his pattern pre his mask coming off. And not dangerous, probably the wrong term for it. More like annoying, because it does force you, if you don't want to take damage, to move and not be hitting his mask. But Scrub takes it in stride, takes down Helma, receives a map of Thieves Town, and receives his first crystal, which is also one of the 5-6 crystals, at 36 minutes and 35 seconds into the seed. Dracarys not going to be too far behind here, and will be receiving his second crystal, and his second of the pair of 5-6 crystals, at about 37? Oh, did I?
Yeah, I think
he's got to survive first. Uh-oh. Oh. Okay.
Got a good pattern there. Thieves is confirmed a crystal.
All right. I think we also saw information on ice there from the looks of it.
3709 for Dracarys, so that's 2 crystals for him, plus they're both the red, so that's probably his next move. Or is he going to go to Eastern? No, it looks like he's going to go to Eastern, yeah. Clear the decks on that.
Yeah. No reason not to, with the mirror and being right at the entrance.
Yeah. So, yes, we have 3, 4, 5 unknown crystals, so 60% chance that it is a crystal at this stage.
You mean 5 unknown dungeons, right?
5 unknown dungeons, right. 5 unknown dungeons.
I was just looking at the tracker and I'm like, 1, 2, 3, 4 known crystals plus 5. Wait,
yeah, right. Yeah, 5 dungeons, 5 unknown dungeons, 60%, you're right.
All right. So yeah, we'll see what happens here in regards to routing. ScrubCasual has a slight advantage in having that Cane of Samaria, technically speaking, but it's kind of counterbalanced by the fact that he has not cleared desert yet.
Right.
Obviously, Dracarys is going to be out of options but to go over to West Dark World shortly enough, and he's probably going to do that big game while he's heading that direction, so he'll receive that Cane of Samaria.
Yeah.
But so, it might be a bit before we find those Titans mitts. Or, worst case scenario for ScrubCasual, those Titans mitts are in Pyramid Fairy.
Possible, yeah.
Also, the Armosites fight has gotten a little bit away from Scrub here.
But double kill there, and it's another crystal.
All right.
Near sync on crystals, 39-31 for Scrub, about 39-34 for Dracarys. So it's 3-2 on the crystals, Dracarys. But right now he's holding some pretty appealing options, starting with Red Bomb.
Which that looks like is his next move. That's a Flute 4.
Yep.
And there out comes the hammer.
Yeah, so Scrub is going up toward Thieves Town. A good move. Because we know that's a crystal. He knows it's a crystal. So there's no reason not to do it. And 6 items, I believe. 6 potential items.
It would be 6 in Map Compass Shuffle, yes.
So a fairly rich repository, plus the 3 in the 3 items around Village of Outcasts.
He's also going to go ahead and check what he can of Skull Woods here. This is going to be 4 items, potentially, in Skull Woods because of the Map Compass Shuffle.
Dracarys,
okay. Bomb dupe? Question mark?
Yeah.
Got it.
Oh. Okay. Wait a minute. So, am I missing something here?
Yep. Nope. Bomb dupe for Dracarys. Well executed. Yep. So we're gonna see what's on Pyramid here, and if it's anything, that could be very bad for ScrubCasual. If it's Titans, that's game over for ScrubCasual. Map of Eastern Palace, thanks for that game. Fairy, and just a heart container.
Womp womp.
So, that is a big fat nothing, which if you're pulling for Scrub in this series, you're happy to see that.
Alright, so on to Catfish. Probably tie that into Zora while we're all here.
Indeed. Nice bonk there. I didn't realize you could do that.
Do it very often.
Fortunately, nothing really coming out of Skull Woods so far.
No, it's been pretty barren as far as good items. He's already got 3 of them, I believe. Okay. Nothing theirs.
Catfish. Holding on to the fire rod.
That's cute.
No.
Oh boy. Oh boy.
Dracarys, yeah, there we go. Oh, he was trying to do the splash delete to do Zora Ledge. That's right.
Well, nothing
it's
there.
A compass, so.
Bumper cave with a hard container.
Nothing. Raskolnikov, there was nothing of note on the big bomb.
No.
Just a map and a heart container. And the map wasn't even useful because it was to Eastern, so.
Yeah. So, another Bernie Madoff special from Zora with a 20 rupee return on a 500 rupee investment.
Alright, Graveyard Ledge now for ScrubCasual, 50 rupees.
Oh, choices. It looks like Karis is going to make a run at Skull/Thieves. He's got Fire Rod. He can finish Skull Wood.
Yeah. So, an interesting point here to make. ScrubCasual is going ahead and doing, like, North and Dark World checks here instead of doing Village of Outcasts and Thieves.
Yeah? So far, coming up empty on his check.
Yeah.
found some money, but that's about it.
Yeah, and he's got plenty of that already. I mean, he's got enough to pay off the King of Scams and basically fill all of his empty bottles at the moment.
Karis is following in ScrubCasual's footsteps, but with one important distinction: he can finish this dungeon.
Yep, and he's heading straight for the back with that fire rod too. He's gonna make sure he can beat Mothula, crystal or no crystal.
Right. So Scrub is now in Thieves Town, Village of Outcasts. He got $300 off of the LC shape.
Mm-hmm. All right, that's the big key for Skull Woods there. I was wondering where that was. Because I was kind of surprised ScrubCasual was checking the big chest when I looked earlier. Village of Outcasts is a village of money today. Good gracious.
Well, it makes sense given they're all thieves and criminals, you know.
So you're saying this is a wretched hive of scum and villainy. Got it.
That's one way to define it, yes.
Yeah.
Who, say drug deal.
Yep. I actually can't remember what's there in vanilla chat. Oh, technically they're both 300 rupees in vanilla. Lol.
Alright, so on to Mothula. This is going to be interesting with Hammer and Baby Sword. Not very much magic. He does have a fairy in a bottle from visiting a the big fat fairy.
Ooh, cape on mushroom. I don't know why I gave that an ooh, because I know Bumper Ledge doesn't have anything on it, but...
No, but it can make some of these boss fights a little simpler, so Mothula goes down for $20, and a red pendant.
Okay, so again, good news for ScrubCasual fans. That fire rod is not hurting him yet. In fact, it might be helping him for the moment.
Yeah, it's kind of a mixed bag at this point. Karis is continuing to do Skull Woods checks while ScrubCasual is entering Thieves Town. He already got a big...
Yep, there's the big key, there's the little key. And again, because of the nature of Map Compass Shuffle, there's almost guaranteed something in that Hammerlock chest. So the small key isn't as much of a "aw man" as it is in regular modes.
First item is triple bombs.
Incoherent. Dracarys checked pedestal pretty much at the earliest possible opportunity because Book was in Thieves' hideout.
Yeah, there's nothing on Ped. We've just triple bombs, so not really worth the time or the effort. All
right. And as Dracarys continues to go through Skull Woods here, ScrubCasual is making his way to the back of Thieves Town and climbing up to the attic.
Got popped by the anti-fairy after using cape to get through most room.
Yeah. To be fair, though, that anti-fairy is a little hard to avoid.
Yeah.
If you're trying to just dash through. If you're just kind of walking normally through, it's pretty easy to avoid if a little bit annoying. But if you're dashing in a straight line, it's probably going to bop you.
Okay, so in the attic, watch out for those.
My least favorite enemy in the game probably is those grasshoppers. They seem to do too much damage for where they are, and they're just annoying in general.
So Dracarys is going. Excuse me. It's going north, dark world now. So it could be helpful for ScrubCasual. Is most of the way through Thieves Town right now. Although only has 6 hearts, has a blue bottle, so he should be fine, and magic cape, so he should be fine with taking care of blind.
And there's at least 2 hearts in this room, so he should definitely be fine. And he gets a 3rd drop, so
and a 4th, so he's in good shape.
Okay. And he gets a bonus 1 from opening that piece of heart, so congratulations.
Right, up to 7 hearts, so that's enough.
Yep. Wouldn't be surprised to see a little bit of the cape glitch come out here if he gets in trouble with magic, if he decides to use cape strats.
Yeah. Got it at the ready, so...
Alright. Looks like he is trying to stick to the script first, though. Nice first thirds there. Nice second there. And 1, and a 2, and a 3. Relatively clean blind fight for ScrubCasual. 3 bombs. 3rd crystal. And Dracarys entering Thieves Town in pursuit of Dracarys' 4th.
Yeah. So right now they're even on crystals, though Dracarys will get his 4th in about 4.5 minutes, depending. So long-term advantage remains unclear at this. Largely going to hinge on who finds the other item first. Scrub's got the red cane, and Dracarys has fire rod. Well, fire rod. Excuse me, Candace Amar is in a slightly easier location because of the digging.
So, K45. I was about to say, did ScrubCasual remember that the bomb vendor is a thing? Then I remembered he has the mirror now, and he's doing K45, which is the Titan's mitts.
Well, he did. Very good call there. So this actually could make a double out of, it provided he can actually open Meyer. That's a double.
Yeah, which means he'll receive that 5/6 crystal and be able to even things back up. So let's see here. Meyer medallion is ether. So no, we can't get in there quite yet. Unless they left the key under the doormat here. Because that seems to happen a disproportionate amount of time.
Yeah.
Oh, they did!
Yeah. Wow.
Wow!
Are you sure you don't have ESP?
I don't even have ESPN. Are you kidding me?
Well, we'll work on that one, but
and bombs and checkerboard.
Yeah, this is getting interesting now. So we got a double crystal play for ScrubCasual. Dracarys, he might not be far behind because it's going to depend what his thinking is as far as next move, but it's hard to imagine it's going to be anything other than this.
Yeah, it's hard to imagine he's not going to do anything except south, like the continue going down and to the right in Dark World, meaning Big Game, Stumpy, and Cave 45.
Chat pointing out this is not going to be a free Vitreous fight.
Absolutely not.
Unless they draw silvers in this dungeon, yeah, this is going to be pretty ugly.
Yeah, and this is a 4-item dungeon here in Map Compass Shuffle. So either that, or maybe they draw half magic, maybe they draw a red mail, maybe they draw a sword upgrade. Those could all help a little bit.
Yeah, but it's still going to be like pulling teeth.
Yeah. Scrub also, as Lumaga points out, does have 2 blue goos to his credit, so it is going to be a slow fight, but it is very much a doable fight as long as he keeps his composure.
Yeah.
And if Dracarys... Oh, well, never mind, because there's the silver arrows. What on earth?
I have ESP, as who knew? and ESPN, but mostly ESP.
2 commentators' calls within 5 minutes of each other. Great googly moogly.
I tell you.
Yes, I just said great googly moogly. Deal with it.
We're doing our best. We're doing our best, you know.
Speaking of ESPN throwbacks, I just went Keith Olbermann on you.
Yeah.
Anybody else feel old? Just me? Okay, cool. Moving on.
I was like, you just need a really obscure pop culture reference and you're all set there.
All right. Interesting play here from Scrub. Unless he goes back and fixes it. He does. Okay. Oh, he's looking for the big key and he didn't want to come this direction first. Okay. Yeah, Silvers were on the Misery Mire Bridge literally 30 seconds after we just got done talking about all the things we could find in Misery Mire to make the Vitreous fight easier.
Dracarys is doing his drug deal. So Scrub's gonna have to do the torch room a little more slowly than Dracarys will. Not a big deal, but it's not great.
No. Oh. Blocks hiding most of the whiz robes from ScrubCasual there, but did get tagged once there. Meanwhile, Dracarys now heading to the dig game, going to be receiving that Cane of Samaria, and then will very shortly, I would assume, receive his Titan's Mitts, and then we'll see what his next chain of action is.
Yeah. But yeah, it's pretty hard to imagine anything other than what we said, just because there really aren't any other checks to play. I mean, if you get Hookshot, then maybe you can case for Swamp, but we don't even know what Swamp is.
This is the valid point. All right. So Scrub heading over here. Oh yeah, you technically can go this way because it does. The gate is down. I was like, I usually burn a key if I have to go into that room to grab the big key.
Right.
All right, so this is always tight for me. There we go.
Oh.
The getting onto that bridge without the hook shot. Because I always tend to bonk into the wall and feel really stupid.
Dracarys looks like he's gonna run the gamut on Smithy, Purple Chest, and Hammer Pegs.
Okay, so this could be interesting here.
If Hookshot, we're essentially cumulatively, we're essentially a Hookshot. Pretty much a guaranteed go mode. Because unless, well, okay, that's not exactly true. Flippers are still out there, but
yeah, but
based on the math and because of their ability to do glitches, potential play.
Yeah. Scrub needs to watch his health here. Wants to try and keep those blue potions for as long as possible. Granted, one of them's getting burned, but should be getting burned before he even steps into Vitreous's room. Period.
Right.
But nothing from Jeremiah. I didn't see if anything was on hammer pegs or not. I'm assuming not.
No. You're doing that glitch again?
Yeah, the phantom chest here. So as long as you mirror close enough to Gary to activate his turn-in, it'll assume you have the chest, because it doesn't actually check that until you've basically finished loading in. Because Link to the Past is a very well-coded video game.
Yes, it is. So no problem with Vitreous with silver. So 1 hour 15 seconds for
hookshot on purple chest.
Of course.
All right, and here comes the second half of that back-to-back for ScrubCasual. Hopefully his next immediate move is to do the Smith's Chain, or he's going to be in a world of hurt.
Yeah.
Shovel on Bombo's tablet, by the way. Lord help us if that leads to something, although I don't think it really can lead to...
Could, but anything of particular value at this point, I don't... So at this point, we're looking for sword upgrades.
Yep. So Dracarys is about to find out that they left the key under the doormat for Misery Mire. So Dracarys is going to be finishing up Misery Mire here, I would assume.
Yeah, so that'll put them even on crystals. They'll both have 5 apiece. After that, at which time leads to some interesting questions for as far as routing. Like, what do you do next? Keep going with the dungeon hunt? For Dracarys, it's probably yes.
Yeah, for Dracarys, I think you head to Dark Death Mountain and go see what's up with Turtle Rock.
Right.
For Scrub, I think you gotta go Smith's Chain immediately.
Smith's Chain, yeah.
Scrub cleans up Landmo with those silver arrows, gets his map of Hyrule Castle and that other 5/6 crystal.
So Scrub with the lead on the crystals at 5-4. Dracarys is in Dark Death Mountain now.
Yeah, decides to make the Dark Death Mountain play first. Could just not want to deal with low percent Vidi, although, you know, he has no way of knowing that the silvers are in Death Mountain. Or, you know what I meant. Misery Mire.
There's a red shield and a sword upgrade for Dracarys, so a welcome turn of events.
And, of course, the game invalidates what I was just saying about low percent Misery Mire by giving Dracarys a sword upgrade in... and powder and a shield in Paradox Paradox Cave.
Right. So that's it for Paradox. Ridley Dragon predicting a fire rod or Scrub based on the routing. With yeah.
Agreed. Concur.
Dracarys is doubling up on the Death Mountain, getting as much of this done as he can. Good idea.
Yeah, no, there's no sense leaving this.
And at this point, I think he's playing for insurance, because he could have done Mire if he wanted, but he's like, nah, I don't wanna.
Yeah, like I said, I think his those are the flippers. Oh boy, that's the flippers and Super Bunny.
That's all but confirmed go mode. Find out 15 seconds, if it is.
Yeah. That's Bombos for Turtle Rock. And I think Dracarys is just gonna dive Turtle Rock here. At the very least, open it right now.
Yeah. So he doesn't officially know he's in go mode, but it's... Well, actually, he probably does, but how aggressive is he gonna be?
Yeah. Because as I was trying to say before we kind of found some items there, got a little bit off track. I think Dracarys didn't enter Mire for the same reason we were talking about it not being a free fight. Because going into Mire at Fighter Sword, Fighter Shield, low health, yeah, no, that doesn't sound like my idea of a good time either.
Right. So it is interesting, though, that he is going to make a run at this, not knowing if it's a crystal or not.
Well, I mean, it is, again, 7 items. Granted,
True.
At this point, he should know he's in go mode, but it's still 7 items. He could find tempered here. For all he knows, he could find silvers here. We know he won't because they're in Misery Mire, but
Right.
could find red mail here.
As Ridley Dragon correctly points out, a 1 in 3 chance of disaster. It would be a disaster because that is a major time thing.
Yep. Yeah, a pendant on Trinex does keep ScrubCasual's hopes for an upset alive here.
There's half magic and PR. That's bad. Time for Scrub to learn the harsh facts of life again. You'd think we'd learn by now.
Yeah. So yeah, the longer Scrub puts off that Smith chain, the more trouble he's gonna be in. And he's putting it off because he's heading up Dark Death Mountain. Or heading up Death... Oh no, he's gonna do Hera. Oh no, Scrub, buddy.
Is he? Or is he gonna do, Death Mountain?
Well, yeah, I suppose he could do that too, yes. Could also do Spike, question mark? Okay. Gonna go ahead and grab that bottle there. Why not? Free blue goo. Just couch cash on Ether. So yeah, especially with not going and doing the Smith's chain here, or ScrubCasual is really, hoping for a pendant here on Turtle Rock. Of course, he doesn't know that, but speaking of Turtle Rock, Dracarys stealing the key here, but still somehow at 0 keys. Oh, he went and did the lava chest. Duh. This is what I get for paying attention to Scrub's screen more than Dracarys's.
Alright, Dracarys. It's about the halfway point of the dungeon. Only has 10 heart.
Alright. Scrub about to receive his Master Sword and Fire Shield here from Paradox Cave.
There's Sankart. Big chest.
Yep. No mimic check from Dracarys? Or did you just do it so fast that I missed it?
No, he didn't do it. I think he's operating under the assumption of go mode.
Oh yeah, good point. Sorry, I'm not used to 1 hour 1 hour go mode, especially in a map compass seed.
Yeah, he is technically in go mode at this stage.
Okay. So, hopefully... Well, Oh, and Scrub gets dead rocked.
Take time on tradition.
Yep. Well, at least Turtle Rock has some of our health, so that's nice. Oh, Map of Skull Woods. Thanks, game. Oh! So it comes down to this. Is Scrub going to enter Turtle Rock right now? Or after checking the even more useless somehow Map of Gan's Tower? Thanks, Laser Bridge. Is Scrub going to enter TR right now? Or in the immediate future? If he does, this is now Dracarys' race to lose. If he does not, and TR is a pendant...
That basically puts him even.
Yeah.
But, well, not really, because Dracarys still holds
the hook shot. Yeah.
So,
but without that hook shot, well, that I just realized that those flippers complicate things.
Hook shot was purple chest.
Yep. Down goes the first two heads of Trinex. Well, almost. Miscounted my damage there. There it is. Meanwhile, ScrubCasual getting trolled by the blue jelly orb in front of Hookshot Cave. Shell off for Trinex.
Yeah, he's going to Turtle Rock.
Yeah. And that's pretty much going to be game here, especially if this is a crystal. It is a crystal. So this is now Dracarys firmly in the driver's seat here in game 2.
Yep. And because he's essentially in go mode, he might end up... it's actually going to be pretty hard to do. I was saying he could end up bypassing Silvers, but because of... yeah, he won't bypass Silver.
Yeah, Silvers is literally the first first chest you normally check in Misery Mire.
Right,
so.
Yeah, thinking too far ahead here, but yeah.
Yeah, and honestly, even that at this point, considering ScrubCasual still needs to go grab his hook shot.
Yeah.
Yeah, that
would
not looking good for ScrubCasual's team, Chief.
Yeah, unfortunately not. Yeah.
Dracarys picks up the bird and walks in with it. Nice.
Dracarys, yeah, absolutely in control here. So after this, that'll be crystal number 6 for Dracarys. So now the question is, which one do you go? Which dungeon do you do?
That is a tough call because both Swamp and Ice are pretty fast go mode clears.
I would probably argue for Swamp just because it's less aggravating.
Yeah. And our tracker with the declarative statement that Swamp is indeed faster, but I mean it's pretty close. It's a toss up. Now, as Dracarys does indeed pick up their silvers. Now, yes.
So
Ridley with a good point. If Drac last chests the big key here, Scrub will also have 6 crystals. Now, if Dracarys guesses wrong, and Scrub uses the time while Dracarys guesses wrong to go get his hook shot,
that gets him back in the game, but he's still behind.
Yeah.
There's a lot of ifs in that statement.
Yeah.
And a lot of it is fairly dependent. Things happening in a particular way.
Yeah.
Yeah.
It's not quite over yet, but the fat lady has definitely started her vocal warm-ups at this point.
And look at where he's going. So he's going for the big get it in about 30 seconds.
Yeah.
That.
And the raid from Zelda Speedruns 3 with a party of 4.
Ooh. There it is.
The Fat Fairy. Good call. Good call, chat. Good call on the correction.
Yeah.
All right.
Okay.
So yeah, the window is definitely closing for ScrubCasual here. Not all the way closed yet, but we're getting to the point where more than Indy's hat is going to get crushed if he tries to, you know, rush under the window as it closes.
Fortunately, yes. And doing extra checks like Mimic Cave or putting him further and further behind the 8-ball.
Mm-hmm.
Because he's still a hook shot away from go mode. We know where it is. It's not exactly the most obvious choice. Purple chest. Who in their right mind?
Meyer from Dracarys.
Like, who in their right mind would actually predict that as go?
I mean, a wrong guess from Dracarys, and again, a wrong guess from Dracarys, and ScrubCasual immediately going Smith's Chain and then guessing correctly makes this interesting again. But anything other than that, not looking good for Scrub.
We also probably need a left-right swing on T. 116.33 for Karas. So now,
and I haven't been paying attention. I actually don't know if we've seen Swamp or Ice Palace's map.
No.
Okay. 50-50 shot. What's your call? It's going to be ice for Dracarys.
Yeah. And Chad pointing out earlier that there's less setup time for... thrown off the edge there. There's less setup time involved for Ice Palace. Go in and do it.
Nice cane strats there from ScrubCasual.
Right, so Karas in IP. Scrub's about to finish Turtle Rock.
So another possibility that's open to us is, does Scrub gamble and do hookshotless ice? And it turns out to be a crystal. Then again, that would imply that ScrubCasual is comfortable doing hookshotless Ganon's Tower, which I have not seen him do. So
We're asking kind of a lot there, aren't we?
yeah. Now, this would be interesting if ScrubCasual had been the one practicing Moldorm hovers pre-stream, but that was actually Dracarys. ScrubCasual was practicing his Silverless Ganon. Having a little bit of trouble playing ring around the Trinex here. There we go. Meanwhile, bomb jump enabled for Dracarys.
(1:18:53), so 2 minutes and 20 seconds behind right now.
Bull's strike. Nicely done.
So there's 6-6 on crystals. Karas with the lead. He's in go mode. doesn't know what the answer is. Looks like he's gonna do Spike Cave.
Yeah. Not going to be happy with the results.
No.
Meanwhile, Dracarys just about to cold stare here. Fire Rod, half magic. I believe he has at least one blue potion, if not a fairy. Should be fine. Ridley warning in chat that the Ganon Tower Big Key guessing game will commence as soon as we see a 7th crystal drop, so it could be here very shortly. So get your guesses ready.
Oh, we just found it. Found the map to Ice Palace. He's gonna check before get.
No, I think Cold Stare is getting killed before we see that map check.
Pity.
Yep. There's a key. There's a pendant. All right. Scrub has got. Yeah, and he's. Oh no, he's heading to hookshot this ice. Oh, buddy. There was a brief flicker of hope there, and then it just died when he fluted to 8. That is.
Well, the good news is he won't go in there because he'll check his map, I'm sure, the second.
Dark World loads in. That's a valid point. Yep, there's that blue pendant icon, and Scrub's just like, well, see you later. But every second counts right now. He needs to go get that hook shot from the purple chest. Of course, he doesn't know that, but Dracarys is blazing a trail to Swamp Palace right now. He's going to be able to go mode it, and he's going to be heading up Ganon's Tower. So, again, that gap is very, very, very... yeah, the gap between the door and being shut is very, very slim right now, and it's getting slimmer.
Yeah. Some of the checks ScrubCasual did not make, doing now, and this is a wide gap at this point. So Harris, yeah, he's gonna be in front of GT at probably around the 128, 129 mark.
No, don't go back in. No, wrong, incorrect. Buddy.
He's doing what he's...
Oh, he never did Waterfall, yeah. Sorry.
Yeah. Well, he's got 4 bottles now. I suppose that's something, but
well, he's definitely gonna need a drink after this.
There it is. I think on his way now to the Death Mountain. Not to the
Smith's Chain.
Test.
Yeah, I got you.
That thing. The thing that's gonna make him probably cry bloody murder.
Yeah. So Ridley, if you heard some screaming about 15 minutes ago, that was probably Scrub.
Yeah.
All right. Yep. He's picking up Jeremiah. He's gonna be making his way through to the Smith's Chain here shortly. And yeah, yeah, yep. At this point, it's Dracarys' race to lose. Period.
Yeah. Yeah. No question.
Yeah. Like it is not over. It is not over until somebody duns. But but oh boy. There are a lot of conditionals that need to happen for ScrubCasual to complete the upset here.
Oh, starting with probably getting sword upgrades that Dracarys doesn't. That would that'd be like the one thing that could swing this.
Yeah, if he can do tempered Ganon versus Master Sword Ganon, that might help. And that's going to go ahead.
I would say it helps, but it like one piece of a larger puzzle.
Yeah, and you know, even like I was about to say, maybe he gets tempered off this magic bat, but the time he's wasting checking the magic bat is, you know, gonna just erase the deficit, the time gain.
Alright, so Master Sword, this Argus fight will take a little longer.
Map of Turtle Rock. Thanks, game. I feel like I've said that a lot this race. We keep finding maps for dungeons we've already cleared.
Yeah. Yeah, the game's just trying to help, but
the hook shot is indeed on the purple chest. So Dracarys gets the riot shield from Argus, kills Argus, 7th crystal, and we're off into the races on the Gan's Tower Big Key guessing game. 22 locations at Gan's Tower, one of which can hold that big key. Please enter a number from 1 to 22 in chat where you think that big key is going to be. Closest one gets points on the leaderboard and prizes of dubious existence and or quality. Anybody who guesses the exact number while being slower than the first person to guess it gets 5 bonus points.
So, go mode for ScrubCasual at 1:25:15, about 20 minutes after Dracarys. Yeah, that does make a difference. So... yeah.
Yeah, this is gonna be, Scrub needs some help at this point.
Yeah, he's going to be about all things. When it's all said and done, he's probably going to be about 3.5 minutes behind, give or take.
Yep.
Actually, look at my splits. I'm going to probably see more like 4.5 minutes. Swamp doesn't take very long, but he's still got work to do.
Yep. Alright, Dracarys heading still to Gan's Tower here. ScrubCasual entering Swamp. Presumably not going to be checking too much here, just going to check anything on the critical path to Argus. May not even check anything. He might be he might realize he's a little bit behind and is going to try and beeline for Gan's Tower. As I say that, he bombs the wall and gets the bombable wall chest, so...
Our race streamer out that Drac, in terms of execution, was better than Scrub. Yeah, he's right.
Yeah.
Number 1 is Heart Container.
I went with 22 here because Math Girl isn't here and somebody has to do it.
I picked 12.
Number 2, nothing. Number 3, same exact nothing. Number 4, small key. Number 5, another small key. There's the mirror, Dark Magician strats. We did find that Gan's Tower compass, so we can look up at that count and mentally add 1 because of the torch if we get lost, so that's nice. 6 and 7 are nothing. No, I do hope room first all the time, but then again, I'm commentating and not actually in the tournament anymore. So, you know, take that as you will.
Yeah, I'm kind of the same way. So, you want to determine the winners and the non-winners. That's how you do it. 8, 9, 10, 11, all coming up empty.
Indeed. All right, going back to the right now is Dracarys, or excuse me, left. So this routing means if Scrub happens to go Hope or full left, or if it does happen to be Tile Room and Scrub goes Tile Room, that can make up some time. But that's just going to make it competitive at this point, rather than be a lead change.
Exactly. So either 12 is mine, and it was a card.
And this, of course, assumes nothing goes terribly wrong with Master Sword Argus, which is an annoyingly slow fight. And if you get annoyed and get off rhythm, it can hurt. Granted, Blue Mail and the amount of hearts we have kind of mitigates that, but... Lucky number 13 coming up here. Oh, hey, how about that? All right, so William Flagg guessed that lucky number 13. So William Flagg wins 12 points on the leaderboard. He also wins a lifetime supply of Link to the Past randomized seeds, redeemable at ALTTPR.com. If your standard seed lasts longer than 4 hours, please consult a wiki. Void where prohibited, no purchase necessary, emulator not included. And Coherent pointing out, you can kind of see the difference in execution in Microcosm in the Argus fight. Dracarys had mostly smooth double pulls and spins, whereas ScrubCasual did flounder a little bit in that fight. Regardless, ScrubCasual now making the climb up Death Mountain here. But Dracarys is going to be in the Cannonball Run room in the upper part of GT here. Gonna go ahead and grab himself a refill at the hospitality room here.
Got his fire rod ready.
Yep. Probably has some magic to spare at this point too, so... Just gonna burninate some things on the way up the tower here.
If it works.
Yep.
Gauntlet can be a cruel mistress.
Yes, it can.
Very clean gauntlet for Paris. Got silvers at the ready for Landmola 2.
Yep. Nice bonk to set that up. Nicely. Missed the third one. Never mind. Calm curse a little bit there.
But still gets a one cycle on it.
All right. I gotta say, I'm pleasantly surprised that ScrubCasual has kept it fairly close 2 games now. He pulled off the upset game 1 because of the Eastern Palace big key chest gamble, and he kept it fairly close game 2. So game 3 could be interesting.
Interesting to see what kind of settings. If this ends up being a Dracarys win, what ScrubCasual will institute as far as routing for game mode, excuse me, for game 3 is kind of changed. Is he gonna adjust?
Yep. Well, so he could decide to say, you know what, I really don't like Map Compass Shovel. Let's just go back to an open 7-7. He could go, I want to play standard and have that 6 minutes of execution right at the start of the run. He could say, you know what, I really don't like doing Gan's Tower. Let's do fast Ganon. Or he could say, you know what, I want to have to get 1 less crystal and switch to 6/6 vulnerability options.
Right.
If he does anything other than swap Map Compass back to normal, Map Compass will still be in play per the rules of the Challenge Cup.
So, first showing of Troll Dorm tonight, 3 hammer blows takes care of him.
Mm-hmm.
His math girl rolls the seed in a loud option.
And our restreamer / tournament admin Ridley Dragon with the immediate no. Quiz Bowl actually brings up a valid point. We can, I forgot a flag. We can switch from randomized swords to assured sword, which would start the runners out with one sword.
But I haven't actually really played that, so the other 3 swords will be random.
Correct, yes.
Okay. I think there was a 3-2-1 on Dracarys against Aga 2.
Ridley, having seen somebody pick assured, it's just you start with the sword, and 1 progressive sword is removed from the item pool.
Ah. There we have it then. Okay, so we have...
Actually, don't quote me on the sword being removed from the pool, but you do actually start the file with the sword.
So the bad news is, for Dracarys, he has to do this with Master. The good news is, he has silvers, so at least the final phase of the fight won't be too terrible, but it's going to be a bit of a slog in the meantime.
Yeah, it does have to do 12 spins per the first 2 phases here. But it is getting some kind of favorable RNG on where Ganon decides to land, because if he lands on this bottom edge here, you can just sit there and do double spins and get 2 hits in per cycle.
Yeah. Oh, he's already in phase.
Melted phase 3. So, does still have to do spins, but only needs to get 4 in to finish off phase 3. ScrubCasual making his climb up the tower, but barring catastrophe, it's going to be too little too late. Oh no, Silver, Ganon's one true weakness. That was not a double. Missed the torch glitch. Whoop! Whew. That's a double there, and that is the finishing shot. Dracarys just needs to survive the most dangerous 1x3 bridge in all of Hyrule, and he'll take down Game 2 here.
Indeed.
And that is going to do it. Dracarys finishes in first place with an official SRL time of 1 hour, 36 minutes, and 51 seconds. Get your GGs out in chat. And welp, that just happened indeed.
Yes.
And we'll go ahead and welcome Dracarys in here.
Hey, GG's.
GG's.
GG.
So, another rather closest match there.
Yeah. The whole match largely swung on purple chest.
Yes.
Yeah, I thought so.
Yeah, that was you went and did it pretty much immediately when the Titans mitts were found, and Scrub, unfortunately, who is also in the call and unmuted. Hi, Scrub, GG's. Scrub, unfortunately, basically last locationed it. Basically. Which, I mean, happens. Rando gonna rando.
Yeah. But for a while, for most of the match, it was fairly even in terms of how you guys were getting your crystals and whatnot. There were some divergences here and there, but it was 6-6, and it was a fairly even match. But that hook shot really kind of turned everything on its head for the end game.
Yeah, I mean, for me, when I got the ability to have gone and done purple chest, I also could have gone and done essentially 2 dungeons at that time, and I was trying to roll dungeons before I did some of the overworld later in the game, so that's the gamble I took.
Yeah, and some days you'd be absolutely right. There did seem to be a high volume of really key items in the overworld today.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I'm surprised there was nothing major. Like, were flippers in Turtle Rock? I can't even remember. No, they were.
That was
Mountain.
outside, I think.
Yeah.
Super Bunny Cave.
Correct.
I can't believe there was nothing in Turtle Rock. We had access to it essentially fifth dungeon in, and it just seemed like saying rush Turtle Rock. So that's what I did instead of going to purple chest.
Right. Well, Dracarys was essentially in go mode at that point, but did Turtle Rock run the same time as you actually? So you had the same mindset, but albeit with different motives. So.
Yeah, and another thing was just kind of you doing some of the checks you'd miss, like Spike Cave, giving you the Ice Palace map, kind of helped close the gap a little bit as well, because that Ice Palace map allowed you to realize that Ice Palace was a pendant, whereas Dracarys took a 50-50 gamble after finishing Turtle Rock, went to Ice first, and cleared it. So,
well, almost that way. Blitz, but I believe Dracarys, you did Meyer and then went straight to Ice Palace. Meyer was your sixth crystal.
Yeah, I did Meyer first, hoping to find either the swamp or the ice map, so I don't have to make a decision. But then I made the wrong decision anyway.
Well, but we were kind of going back and forth, like, well, which one would you do under the circumstances, ice or swamp? And the kind of pros and cons for both. And ultimately, you took Ice Palace, probably because it was less of a setup time to go in and do it.
Yeah, it was like, it's less time investment if I guess wrong.
Right.
I would have done ice as well, but like more so, we had Fire Rod. It didn't get anything with Turtle Rock, and my mindset is like Fire Rod and flippers. Let's just Ice Palace seems like the play. That's what I would have done if I didn't find the map.
Yeah, that actually reminds me of another sort of key divergence. Was Red Bomb. Dracarys, you did it very quickly because you actually checked the bomb vendor, and you had that, and that sort of informed your decision to pod when you did, and then did the red bomb while the red bomb came up empty. What ended up happening is then you just did catfish, and that got you fire rod, and that allowed you to really kind of tie a lot of that stuff together.
Yeah, the routing worked out kind of well this time around. I just managed to actually route all places together without having to backtrack at all, basically. Except for the mids, I guess. When I got the mids, I backtracked the Village of Outcast because I really didn't want to skip Smithchin at that point.
Right. Yeah.
Oh my god, we were right there. I didn't even think about it. I just tunnel vision right to Turtle Rock. I forgot that's where mids were. Oh man.
Yeah. So it was an interesting bit of strategy. I mean, yeah, there was a fair amount of overlap here or there, but in the middle game, saw two pretty different approaches, and ultimately, depending on the seed, it easily could have swung the other way based on how you guys had played. So I thought it was interesting.
Yeah, I am going to go ahead, jump in for a second and say, Scrub, at the time, I didn't even think about Smith's Chain when you found Titans. I didn't even think about it until Dracarys got the Titans and then turned back around, and I went, oh yeah, this is actually a thing. And I think you can actually even hear me on comms go, oh yeah, this is a thing. Like, because I didn't even think about it either until Dracarys was doing it, and I was like, oh, well, okay.
Yeah. Okay, that will do it. ScrubCasual down Gant. Takes down the big pig.
Second, and as long as he survives the 1x3 bridge here.
Yeah, he does.
Yep. Official SRL time, second place, 1 hour, 44 minutes, 16 seconds. GG's out in chat. And as chat points out, yeah, we had a couple of instances of commentators blessing just back to back in this scene. It was kind of hilarious because as you went into Misery Mire, Scrub, and you ended up doing a Misery Mire Desert back to back, you went into Misery Mire and we realized that it wasn't going to be a free Vitreous fight. And we started, well, actually, before that, I called Ether being in Mire Shed. And then you went into Mire, and we were like, this isn't going to be free, but it's 4 items in here. Maybe he finds something to make the fight easier, like silvers or another sword or blah, 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 blah. And then silvers in basically the first or second chest you usually check in Misery Mire.
Yeah, no, I went in full intention of just using bombs and arrows, 100%.
Yeah.
And then you found silvers and went, well, I guess I don't need these bombs anymore.
It's nice when the game decides for you.
Yeah.
So game 3 awaits. Do we get a preview of what the settings will be?
I mean, it's either going to be this again or open. I like both. I just really don't know what I want to do yet. But I mean, I'll make a decision within the hour. Just so that I think we're scheduling. I think we were going to do Tuesday. I don't even know if we decided yet, but I think we might do tomorrow.
Right.
We'll figure it out.
Yeah, I think so.
So it'll probably be same time tomorrow, and one of those two, realistically.
All right. Gotta wait and find out, I guess. But well, thank GG's once again, guys.
GG's, thank you.
Yep, GG's to both of you. Looking forward to that action, whatever action it may end up being. Sounds like tomorrow at 9:15 Eastern Time, restream start. All right. I just realized we basically commented that entire seed, and we didn't do very many plugs at all for the behind the scenes team and the network here. So thank you for watching on Zelda Speedruns here. They've been gracious hosts for basically the entirety of the tournament. Don't forget to follow the runners themselves, Dracarys and ScrubCasual. Links dropped in chat with those commands there from Redley. We had tracking done by Yoinker's wife. Our restream producer today was Ridley Dragon. And your comms today are myself, Westside Vandal, and Proa007. So on behalf of the entire restream team, hit those follow buttons if you haven't already. Thank you for watching, and we'll see you next time. Have a good night.
Good night, everybody.